Hello, Internet friends. I want to share a parenting tip that worked wonders for me. So, when my son was little, I told him that he could tell me anything that he had done, especially something he had done wrong, and there wouldn't be any punishment. Well, there was a punishment, but it wasn't screaming or yelling or spanking or grounding or anything like that. No, what we did was I had him sit down. We would sit down together and we would discuss calmly what he did wrong and what all of his options were and how he could have made a better choice, or even if there was a better choice to make. And so what this did was it made him stop reacting, just being reactive to every single problem. It taught him how to stay calm. It taught him how to think things through. And my son actually grew up to be emotionally stable. I'm surprised. The only reason I came up with this strategy is because I hated the way I was raised. And I think a lot of you that are parents out there know that you do a lot of your parenting has to do with some of the things that you really despised your parents did to you in your childhood. You can let me know in the comments. So if my son, on the flip side of that, if my son broke my rule, because I try not to have too many rules, and I try not to say no too often. If he asked me for something and I wanted to say no, and I was like, okay, well, we need to figure out what we're going to do. Like, let's say, for example, he wanted a new toy. And I'd say, sure, we can get that toy, but when we get home, we're throwing away all your other toys. See, I didn't exactly say no, but I gave him a choice, and he had to think about what was important. Does that make sense? And then the flip side, if I found out he had done something, and it had to be pretty bad, it was, if he had done something and he didn't tell me about it, I went freaking insane. I'd scream. I'd get the wooden spoon, start banging it on the kitchen counter. He'd be grounded for like a million years. He'd have all of his privileges taken away. No friends, no nothing, no after school activities, nada. I was pretty serious about that. And my son was afraid of making me mad. He's terrified. And now my son is in his 20s, and I have to be careful, what I say. I can't be disappointed just randomly. I have to, I can't be careless about disappointment, you know what I mean? Because sometimes you can tease people and be disappointed or whatever, but I don't know. Do you guys understand what I'm talking about? Am I rambling? Am I going crazy here? Anyway, you guys will have to let me know what you think. Thanks for listening.